Hello everyone, welcome back to LaExcellence Bengaluru presents current issue of the day, episode number 154. In today's episode, we'll be discussing a very important, interesting, intriguing and burning topic, that is Keeladi excavations. It is a story of how history was politicized. We will see why it is in news, what is Keeladi excavations, the timeline, findings and significance and everything in between. In syllabus, it comes under GS1 ancient history and it can also come in history optional, anthropology optional, etc. etc. That is how significant the issue is. Context is, the Keeladi excavations have reignited scholarly and political discourse on the antiquity and urbanization of South Indian civilization, with new discoveries challenging the north-centric view of early Indian history. Okay, so we'll discuss what the north-centric view is, how it is going to challenge this, everything, etc. Before that, we'll see what is Keeladi and where it is located. Keeladi is a village located in Shivaganga district, Tamil Nadu. It is situated 12 kilometers southeast of Madurai on the bank of Vaigai river. Very important, Vaigai river. The excavation site spans over 110 acres, covering Keeladi and adjoining villages like Kontagai, Manalur and Agaram. Excavations work began in 2014, initially led by the Archaeological Survey of India, later transferred to Tamil Nadu State Department of Archaeology. Okay, there is a reason why it was transferred to Tamil Nadu Archaeology, etc. You will see the political timeline as well. So this is the timeline, this is the location, and these sites along with Keeladi have been termed as Vaigai river civilization on the lines of Indus Valley civilization, because it is not only found in one village, it was found in more than 100 acres and many of the villages are even now being discovered. So they are saying that we should call it as a Vaigai river civilization. So don't confuse between Vaigai river civilization and Keeladi excavation, both are one and the same. Then, key findings in Keeladi excavations are: first is brick structures have been found. Description of it is well planned walls, floors and platforms made out of burnt bricks were found here. Okay, it shows that this cannot be a village civilization, it has to be an urbanizer civilization. And with respect to industrial furnaces and kilns, remains of furnaces used for metal and bead production were found here. And also there was a drainage system, that is expansive U-shaped terracotta pipes and soak pits. Okay, just by looking at this you can make a comparison between Indus Valley civilization, how there was also well planned walls, etc. etc. There was also drainage system, etc. etc. And one of most significant discovery is about this one, Tamil Brahmi inscriptions on the potsherds. Over 70 potsherds inscribed with early Tamil script have been found here. So they say that Tamil and Brahmi is one and the same. And quartz weighing unit, crystal quartz cubes with the calibrated weights were found here. And carnelian and agate beads, that is semi-precious stones not locally available, which indicates there has been a trade between different civilizations. Okay, along with this there have been other discoveries. So just look at the images here. So beads, so weighing machines and the town planning, and here town planning again, coins. Okay, these are some of the instruments used for food production, hunting, etc. etc. So lots of findings have been found here. So excavation, they say it is only 20% done yet. So we have to wait and see lots of things. Okay. See, you can also see different excavations such as pottery, okay, pottery and bones of dog and terracotta, which is almost identical to terracottas found in Indus Valley civilization, and beads which are not local to Keeladi or not local to India itself. So it shows the excavations or the Keeladi was way ahead of its time. Okay, so other excavations or other findings were double urn burial, that is two human skeletons in largely funerary pots were found. So it shows that there were certain rituals which happened during the post death. Terracotta dies, hopscotch boards, that is gaming artifacts used for leisure. Okay, so there was an idea about leisure as well. Iron tools and sickles used for agriculture and possibly warfare. Okay, previously many believed that iron tools were not found in South India till the discovery of Sangam literature. Now, shell bangles, ivory pieces which are used as ornament fragments, and roulette coated pottery, black and red ware, fine pottery with polished surfaces were found here. So, which indicate that the Keeladi excavation was nothing but a miracle, but also it is a urban civilization. Okay. So, now what has been the political controversy surrounding the Keeladi? One is over control and transfer of excavation leadership. In 2015 and 16, the excavations were led by archaeologist K. Amarnath Krishnan, who suggested that site dated back to 6th and 8th century BCE. In 2017, he was transferred out of Tamil Nadu by the Archaeological Survey of India, allegedly under the pressure leading to accusations of political interference. Okay, so why the politics had to be intervened here? Because of the date belonging to 6th and 8th century. Okay, which makes South Indian urban civilization far older than post-Vedic civilization. Okay, as a result, the North-centric view that all the urban ideals, all the urban structures have been borrowed from North India to South India was being destroyed here. As a result, politics had to be intervened. The transfer was seen as some by the attempt to stall or dilute findings that contradicted dominant Aryan-centric historical model. Okay, it is believed that Aryans in the northern India started the urban civilization. That is, after industrial civilization there was post-Vedic, after early Vedic, after early Vedic there was post-Vedic, during the post-Vedic there was the third urban civilization which was borrowed by South India. But now this shows that it contradicts Aryan-centric historical findings. It shows that the urban civilization in southern India happened parallelly instead of being borrowing. Okay, then dating disputes. Ramakrishna and Tamil Nadu State Department of Archaeology used AMS, that is accelerator mass spectrometry, dating to place the site at 800 BCE, which was also supported by Californian universities as well, US universities as well. In 2025, Archaeological Survey of India claimed that the earliest strata are not earlier than 300 BCE, rejecting the previous dating. Okay, so whatever the findings Tamil Nadu is doing, Archaeological Survey of India is against it. The Tamil Nadu government and many scholars accused ASI of suppressing evidence to maintain pan-India civilizational continuity model centered around the Indo-Gangetic plan, which we study in our NCERTs. Okay, NCERT, what we study? We study that civilization followed in North India, and from there it was borrowed to South India. But now this is going to challenge the whole discourse of it. Then Dravidian politics and identity assertion. So it is not only the role of central government, there is also push from the state government as well. That is, the Dravidian political parties, especially the DMK, have embraced Keeladi as a proof of independent Dravidian civilization thriving even before the Aryan influence. Keeladi became symbol of Tamil pride, countering the Sanskritization narratives. Okay, what is Sanskritization? That you follow from a far better civilization. In this case, the Vedic civilization was a far better civilization. South Indians started following and borrowing the their civilizational aspects, which is not true in this case. The naming and framing of the history, either as Indian or Dravidian, has been central to identity politics in Tamil Nadu. Okay, so even Tamil Nadu government is pushing for this narrative because it is going to help in their coming elections. Okay, so the politics is heavily involved in this one. And federal versus state conflict as well. Keeladi reflects center-state tensions over the control of historical narratives. The Tamil Nadu State Archaeology Department continued parallel excavations despite Archaeological Survey of India's hesitancy, showcasing assertive federalism in heritage conservation. Okay, and other aspect of this one is, so how does Keeladi excavations changed the history of India. Okay, so just before we go for this one, we will understand the history of India. Okay, just a idea about history of India. History, we study Indian history from lithics. Okay, paleo, meso, neo. What are these? These are lithic ages. Lithic ages. What does lithic means? Lithic is nothing but stone. So they were nothing but stone ages. After the stone ages, there was Chalcolithic age. Okay. After this Chalcolithic age, there was Bronze Age. Bronze Age, where bronze was the dominant metal used. This Bronze Age is nothing but Harappa civilization or Indus Valley civilization. Okay, till here we are sure about the history of India. Harappa civilization and post Harappa civilization. After Indus Valley civilization, then there was early Vedic civilization, which was centered around the Ganges river or Ganga river, whereas Indus Valley civilization was surrounded around Indus Valley river. Okay, from there civilization moved to Ganga, and the first urbanization in India happened during Indus Valley civilization. Urbanization and post, which is around 3300 to 2500 BCE. Okay, and after that there was a gap, and after certain gap there was the urbanization was vanishing. After the urbanization vanished, there was again second urbanization, which happened during early Vedic period, which was around 1500 to 700 to 800 BCE. Okay, 800 BCE. Okay, till here we are clear. And then there was, after early Vedic, then there was later Vedic period. Okay, there was later Vedic period, where there was a third urbanization in India, which was around 800 BCE. And this is where the controversy starts. After this, many believe that the urbanization from the later Vedic period started shifting to southern India. Okay, southern India. But this discovery, which puts Keeladi excavations at 800 BCE, challenge this. They say that, okay, now if you look at south and north India, after IVC and after early Vedic civilization and post Vedic civilization, then there was Janapadas or Mahajanapada, that is age of Buddha, and then there was Mauryans, and then post Mauryans. Okay, who were the post Mauryans, such as Yavanahas, okay, Sakas, etc., and after that there is Guptas, and after that etc., it goes on. And in southern India, according to the current history, what we study in NCERT is, there was only northern Indian history till now, and after this, or after the Janapada period, during the period of Mauryans, there was Sangama age in South India, which started in 300 BCE, which is even mentioned in the Ashokan edicts. Okay, they said that Sangama tradition started in 300 BCE, which was led by Chola, Chera, and Pandyans. Okay, Chola, Chera, Pandyans were the major leaders, and after that, then there was Satavahanas, and then there was Vakatakas, then there was etc. The southern Indian history continues. So, if you consider this, the southern Indian history or the urbanization in southern India did not start until Mauryan age. Okay, did not start until Janapadas, which was around 600 BCE. This was around post Vedic period was around 800 BCE. Okay, now because of this, many considered that the urbanization aspects of South India were borrowed from northern India. They were borrowed from northern India, from where southern Indian civilization started flourishing. But now, with this discovery, what they are saying is, the discovery says that the Keeladi excavations are 800 BC old, meaning that it puts the Keeladi or Sangama era in relation or in parallel with post Vedic civilization or early Vedic civilization, close to Vedic civilization, which means that the civilization in northern and southern India did not follow a similar way. Okay, it did not follow like this Indus Valley civilization or post Vedic civilization, and then it was followed by Sangama age. Instead, what it shows is the post Vedic civilization and Sangama age, they followed parallelly. Okay, they followed parallelly. The discoveries were parallel innovations, nothing was brought from here to here, the discovery was parallel. Okay, that is how it is going to shake the political discourse and the history as well. Now NCERT will have to change if these are proven. NCERT will have to change that South Indian urbanization was not a result of North India, instead it was a parallel or independent invention. Okay, now, so how the key changes, it changes the history of India. One is early urbanization in South India, the presence of brick structures, drainage system, iron tools and industrial furnaces at Keeladi suggests that urban culture as early as 800 BCE, contemporary with or even preceding the post-Harappan sites. Okay, post-Harappan sites, what are the post-Harappan sites? That is early Vedic and post-Vedic sites. This counters the narrative that urbanization began only in North India and spread southward later. Okay, obviously it is going to challenge this discourse. Second is earliest literary evidence in Tamil. Okay, you might have seen there has been a debate about which language is the oldest, whether it is Tamil or whether it is Sanskrit. With this, the Tamil Brahmi inscriptions on potsherds indicate literary and script usage as early as the 6th century BCE, predating Ashokan Brahmi by centuries. When was the Brahmi discovered? It was discovered on the Ashokan edicts. Ashokan edicts were discussed and then started seeing that Brahmi was a script used for Aryan languages and Tamil was different for different languages. But here we are able to see the Brahmi script used in Tamil as well. So they say that Brahmi script is nothing but Proto-Tamil or the older Tamil. This challenges the assumption that writing systems came to the south only after the Mauryan expansion. Okay, so this also disproves this, that writing was even present before the Aryan system. Okay, then Sangama literature corroborated, that is material culture at the Keeladi matches the Sangama text, such as double learner barriers which are present in Sangama literature as Puranannuru references, and then iron tools and bits reflect economic activity and craftsmanship which was mentioned in the Sangama literature. Okay, one more thing you have to understand here is, if you studied history, South Indian history, you might have studied about Sangama literature. Sangama is nothing but confluence or congruence of three major literary powers, that is Pandya, Chola, Chera. They used to come together at Madurai or Kaveri Patnam and they used to discourse on literature. Historically there are three Sangamas. Oldest is called as Adi Sangama, then middle Sangama or Ide Sangama, and then is Kade Sangama. Kade is last Sangama. Okay, so Adi Sangama, it is said that it was led by, I forgot the sage name, it was led by North Indian or Aryan sage. Okay, so Aryan sage, but most of the literary sources of this first Sangama age are not available. So many consider this as mythical, this as myth. Okay, and then there was middle and Kadai Sangamas which happened during the Sangama period, later Sangama period of Pandya, Chela, Chera. Now with the discovery of this Keeladi excavations, we can prove that the Adi Sangama or the earliest Sangama is no longer a myth but a reality. Okay, so it has been proved in Keeladi excavation again. It validates oral literary traditions as historically grounded and not just mytho-poetic imagination. Okay, that is what I explained. Then reversing the Aryan influx theory. Keeladi supports the theory of a parallel or independent Dravidian civilization, and it is not a civilization that emerged due to northern Aryan influence. It also undermines the Aryan invasion or migration as the start of civilization in South Indian idea. So this is why the excavations are very significant and why they have become so politically charged. Placing South India in global trade networks, another issue or another threat or issue to the Aryan centric or Vedic centric ego mindedness. Okay, discovery of carnelian beads, weighing stones and semi precious stone items indicate a long distance trade. Position South India as part of trans-Indian ocean economic exchanges much earlier than previously assumed. Previously what we assume is Chola, Chera, Pandyas were the people who were involved in trade to Rome or outside of the country, but now it goes even before them. Okay, so what will be the implications of historiography and national narrative? One is with respect to aspect of urbanization, it started in Indus and then Ganges Basin and then South India before Keeladi. Now simultaneous development in Tamil Nadu. Okay, it was not from Indus to Ganga to South India, it was Indus to Ganga, and simultaneously there was a development happening in South India as well. Script origin, Brahmi spread to South India after the Mauryan conquest, but now Brahmi or Tamil predates even the northern diffusion. Then cultural core, Ganges Valley and Vedic society was considered as a cultural core of India. Now multiple civilization centers including the south. In historical centralization, Sanskritic northern tradition as the mainstream from where everything diffused. Now there are regional traditions given equal archaeological voice now, and political discourse, that is unified Indian civilization led by Vedic origin stream, but now it is a plurality of civilizations including the Dravidian roots. That is why the excavations are so significant. So I think I covered the topic in a holistic way, both from historical perspective, both from the political perspective, both from civilization perspective as well. So if you like the video, then please hit the like button, also comment on it and share with your friends. And if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind.